Well, that's weird. Hello, everybody. Continue last run. I thought the last one I'd finished. That's weird, that is. I must have started one and forgot about it. Anyway, I'm going to have to have a look at that now, you know. Right, I've had a challenge from Shatz79, who, the early hours of this morning, broke into the top 10 for the first time. And not content with that, he's got all the way to 5th. 3.4 million, absolutely superb. It's really good. So, Cornerstone City and Shatz have knocked me down from 6th to 8th. And I will get back at them. Last 24 hours, yeah, Shatz. Now I know he sent me a challenge, which I will have a good go at. Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn I'd finished. Mind you, I played this so many times. But I could have sworn in the middle of I'd finished my run. I'll have to have a look, see where it is. Right, so I've got 165,000 in 30 minutes. Now, Shatz reckons it's going to be that I'll do it easy, but challenges don't always go the way you expect. You can sod off and all. Though, to be fair, after Vertigo home, at least you're quite straightforward. Ooh, Titan. Might as well. Right. Right, so that's done. Oh, let's get a bit of a shufty on here because it's... Don't want them to see me. Ah, alright, fair enough. You want to jump up? Right, that's that section done. Ooh. What's in the shop? Got any goodies? Quiver. That would have been nice, but right. Oh shit. Where am I being attacked from now? Usually it's a flat roof up there. Bastard. Oh, come on. Internet connection quality not sufficient to broadcast. Hopefully that's just a temporary thing. I've had that before, but hopefully it's not making too many problems with the stream. Oh, piss off! Bloody hell. Oh, barrage of needles. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, where's the pit? $32,000. Long way to go. Oh shit. Can't remember what I swapped that with. Oh no, I don't think I had one there. No more loss. Right then. So the orphan and the pit should both be in there. orphan! Ha ha ha! Oh shit. Took a few hits. But I can pull them back and I've got the orphan. Right then. So just double check. I'll come from this way, so I don't think there's anything there, is there? No. Right then. Oh, bloody immolation. Bet it's a bugger as well. That's not a good start. 76,000, so if I get the orphan in here, I've got a chance. Shit. Sod off. Come on, where's the orphan? The only other place no. Shit. Right. Should have just carried on and... Oh well. Shit, I didn't realise I was down to one. Fuck this up. Mind you, I can pull it back. Alright, man. Gotta say, I'm not doing very well. I'm down to one life. I went looking for the orphan and I totally screwed it up. Oh, for God's sake, there's the orphan. Oh, shit. I don't think I did it. I think I'm short. Oh! Oh, you bloody joking. 10,000 off. Bastard. Fucking hell again. It was my own fault. Oh, I went searching for it, and it must only appear after, maybe only appears after you killed so many, because I'm sure I went up there. But then when I killed the orphan, I should have killed that abomination, and then just, instead of going up to by where the ghost was, gone down the side or something. Oh, you dick. Oh. Well, I was surprised when I loaded this up. It's got continue your run. I thought I'd finished my last run, but I couldn't have done. I don't know what. Maybe I'd done the first level. What time is it? 11:30. I've got to have a look before I do. I bet that looks good, doesn't it, Shatz? 5th place. Fucking well done, man. But this in death is only on me pro. So I must have done. Can only imagine I'm on Purgatory 2. If I'd gone far, I'd remember. Purgatory 2, yeah, must have done one. So I'll have to have a look at my score. I haven't got a clue what score I'm on, what errors I've got. Because I haven't been on it for about 3 days. 309,000. Come on, in the head. And Tempest, Curse of God, a couple of Wraths, and it looks like Hail of Arrows. Yeah. Well, it was a nice surprise because I forgot about it. Oh no, I've got that bloody glitch. But the sooner, quicker I get down the pit, the better. It's weird, it doesn't do it all the time. Right, so I think there's an open... Now I don't have that one much. But see, I like to sort of teleport into a wall and then turn around quickly, like into a room. But you can't do that when you get through the wall. It sort of... ruins the effect. And what the hell is that abomination there? What was he standing on? He was in midair then. Oh, Titan. So really I should have been doing that, shouldn't I? I should have been doing me dodging. Oh. Oh, for God's sake, look, I mean... Come on. Oh. Yeah, I've got to see the end of your stream. Once you go into the pit, it stops. So that'll give me 12. Yeah, I've got to watch the end of your stream from last night. Shit. The thing is, if you can get that score, then you can catch Cornerstone up. Sodding thing. What time did you finish in the end? And there, so I tend to just use me thumbstick instead of doing that. Got to try and get used to doing that, using me using them dodge buttons. I've totally lost. Where am I? Something, I can hear something somewhere. Oh, of course. I haven't been in there, have I? Yeah. Your use of Under God's really good. Quiver, remember that. 2 quivers? Oi! Yeah, but what I was trying to say, you know, you were saying that you wanted to get 200,000 over because of you had to restart. I'm pretty sure when you restart, it's like if I restarted now, I'd start with whatever it was, what was it, 300,000, whatever my score was. So when that glitch happened and it crashed at Anakin, you would have restarted that purgatory with the points that you had when you first did it. So I'm sure you don't gain any points. Oh, blood of the lamp, might as well. I was going to try and write all that down in the what's-its, but no, I'm sure you wouldn't have. It just goes back to the save point as it was saved. So the glitch isn't that you can get more points by doing that. In fact, it might be, if you looked at your points just before the end where it glitched, it'd be quite interesting because you could see what points you had then. And it could well be that you actually lost points when you redid it the second time. You might not have got as many points as you did the first time. So you could have actually been worse off. Because the glitch isn't about the points so much. More about that obviously you can... Like I've got, 11 lives now. If I go in there and totally screw up, I can restart it and okay, my points will go back to what they started at, but I'll start with all my lives again. That's where the exploit is. As long as you don't let yourself die, you can just keep redoing a level, redoing one section until you have, until you have a good run. But I don't think you get any extra points from doing it. It just allows you to just keep redoing it, is all. But obviously there's no way I could have written that down. And no way I could have written that in a few enough words for you to see it while you're playing. Well, there's another blood of the lamp. Oh, did you know there'd been an update? I can't remember what it does now. The fix on Gabriel, and there was something else, but it didn't make any sense to me. I'm not sure what it was. Wait a minute, let me kill him. Just pause it a sec. What does it say? Disabling two-handed crossbow mode. So, I'm not sure what disabling two-handed crossbow mode means. Is that something to do with the move controllers? Because obviously you've got to play two-handed with a dual shock. So what is it then? How's it all to the? How's it all to the crossbow on the move then? Again, if you can, yeah. Left hand on the bow. Wait a minute. You just stop out there, monks. I miss about half of that. You monks just talk amongst yourselves. Don't take any notes of me. Don't take any notes of me. Left hand was on the bow. Right, locked on the bow. Ah, right. Well, I won't take that yet. You can shut off. But I've got plenty of quivers. What you should be able to do, obviously, like, you buy stuff from the shop. Any, like, pickups that you don't use, you should be able to store them in the shop. I mean, how many do you have in the shop? I think it's 6, isn't it? So obviously you couldn't store more than 6. Like, if I've got 4 unbought now, I could maybe store 2. It's just a waste, just leaving them all lying about. Right. Well, actually, oh no. Can I do that? Oh, wait a minute. I can use it up here, can't I? Ha! I don't like wasting nothing odds. So before I go in the what's it? Yeah. There we go. And at least that glitch should sort itself out now. I hate wasting a wrath. Right. Right then. Perdition. Immolation's definitely the worst. Oh, I hate this bit. I hate starting there. With there, you know, you was worried about, like, coming up. The lava's only in the middle of that bit, so if you... I mean, let me just get somewhere safe. So if you go up onto it by sort of teleporting just underneath the... Oh, you bastard. You know, you can just sort of teleport underneath the ledge so that you come on right on the edge of it rather than teleporting over onto the top of it, if that makes sense. Oh. Because I've done that a few times, teleported over onto the top of it and got in the lava. The same as in Immolation where there's that one bit where the exit opens up on the side. It's like a little bit on its own, and if you teleport onto it, you can quite often teleport into the portal without getting all your goodies. So yeah, so just like obviously do it right. So if you sort of teleport there, so you come on to the side, you'll be fine. Because sometimes it is handy to get up there quick. Where's the light? There you go. Yeah. No, I'm 8th tonight because I was 7th, but then you went above me and knocked me down to 8th. 4th, 5th and 8th. To be honest, when I went to bed last night and I saw your score, I thought, when I wake up, I'm going to be 8th. It wouldn't have surprised me to see you. Nah, it's the game, innit? Don't worry, if I get the chance to go back above you, I will, man. I'd really hate to knock you out the top 10. But, you know, I mean, if you drop down to 10th and me going up and knock you down. No, you know, you got to get the best score you can. It's, you know, it's totally deserved. Really good run. Gives me an incentive to do better. That's why I think if we keep playing it, I don't know how long it'll be, but one of us will get to the top. Because we're both now chasing, trying to catch up. Oh, cornerstone. Little bleeders, I hate them. Ah! Orphan! Where the bloody hell is it? There. Ha! Got ya. But obviously we want, you know, both want to try and catch up with Cornerstone. Well, you want to catch up with Cornerstone, I want to catch up with you and Cornerstone. Yeah, again, wasn't sure where the bloody thing was. So I was just firing rafts, hopefully, because if it gets hit, then it comes back down to earth, doesn't it? So if it's on its way up, and you've got a raft, just fire it and hope. But yeah, you know, if we can get above Cornerstone, then he's going to be trying to get back above us. No, The biggest gap now, obviously, between Cornerstone and third, about 4 million points, but you know, I'm sure it's doable. I mean, let's face it, I never believed I'd ever get to, you know, close to 3 million points. We have. So the thing, you know, we're all learning off each other, which is great. I mean, I know I've got to improve my dodging. Oh, Tempest. Get away. But watching you use Hand of God last night, I mean, that was, you know, really, really good use of it. And that's another one. That's Hand of God wasn't really an arrow I'd use much. So I think in the earlier levels, it's not really needed, is it? You know, okay, it's useful perhaps with Anakim and Gabriel. But it's, you know, at these early Purgatories and Paradise Lost, it's not vital. But the further you get, then it becomes more and more important. Oh, actually I'm going to use Azura. Yeah. Because the speed everything comes at you, it's just crazy. Yeah, I will watch the rest of that stream. But this morning I didn't have a lot of spare time, so I just put it on, went straight to the end to see how many you got. I'm near the end, you know, and I've got the other section now, so I won't get that blood yet. Ah! Monk just fell off. Come on. Right. Now. Get rid of you, sods. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, bloody lemmings. Right. Ah! Where are you, little bleeder? You sod! Oh, you go away, bloody damn bloody orphan! Oh, you little giggling get. Oh, it's bloody annoying, isn't it? Little bleeders. See, that's what I like to do. Especially, you know, if you're going into a room and you're not sure if anything's in the corner. But it's not much use when you turn around and you end up outside the... straight through the walls. Right. Yeah, definitely need to get that Vertigo home set on me OG. Yeah. Oh, I should have got me quiver, shouldn't I? Well, one of me quivers. Oh, you little bastard. Haha. Come on. Right, let's get that quiver. Yeah, because I was pretty sure I'd either read or heard something about you can have it so that if you've got a game loaded, that you can put it into rest mode and it'll keep the game. It'll just suspend it. So I tried that with the when I went out this morning, and it was still fine when I got back. Just started up the my PlayStation and it loaded straight into that Vertigo. I thought I got all of you bastards. Where were the quivers? Oh, they was over there, weren't they? To say God Cannon got to level 300. Yeah, there's a... Oh. Well, I can't remember what the setting was. I'll have a look before I close this down. Where was my quiver now? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? It's the same setting where you can change how long it before it gets onto. Oh right, yeah. He's bloody good, God Cannon is. Level 300. Well, it's over level 300 he was on. Yeah, it's the same settings where you can switch it so that it goes. If you don't use the PlayStation, it's, you know, it goes to standby after 20 minutes or an hour or whatever. There's 3 checkboxes, and one of them says put application something into suspended animation. Oh God, where was that quiver? Did I have one in the shop? I think I did actually. I must just go to the one in the shop. I mean, I presume it'd work if I just put it into. Oh God. What's it? Rest mode or whatever it's called. But I didn't like to try that just in case it didn't work, so I just paused the game and just left it. But it, yeah, as soon as I started the PlayStation up, it just comes straight back onto the game. So as it's going to take, well, another blood, I might as well get that. So it's going to take a long time. I mean, you see how long I was on. You know, I can be on one bloody checkpoint for over an hour. So, to slowly work my way up to level 300, that's going to take me bloody months. So I can have that on there, and for the moment, me OG will purely be a Vertigo home machine. Ooh. Before I try and get back up to whatever level, what level was I now? 60 something, when it's 67, something like that. Whoop. Wait a minute. Sorry, I missed that last comment. Oh shit. Yeah, before I try to get the distance record, I might have a session where I'll just keep trying to see how far I can go without crashing, and if I crash, just restart it from the start. Obviously that's the simplest bit. And just work on that for a bit. But there's no way I can leave this for bloody months without playing it. All right. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. But I sort of got a bit distractive. Mind you, yeah, well that's what I'm doing really, because I've been having to go at Vertigo home, and the Wizards. What I might do is, what I wanted to try and do, and I did it a little bit, is maybe just try and do like a level a day in the morning or something. Just it takes about what, about an hour and a quarter. Certainly at the earlier levels. Just do like a Paradise Lost and a Purgatory. Just do one a day. And then spend time on other games as well. Oh shit. Bastard. Well, yeah, I've got so many games to try. Well, I'm only 1 health down, so no point going out for that one, because there'll be one in Anakin, won't there? I mean, that Zing, really enjoying that Zing. I'm on the third world there, so I'm like 2/3 of the way through it. Obviously, it's brilliant, absolutely superb game that is. And you think that was the same price as that bloody Millwood? Nah, leave that as it is. Yeah, I'm on the third one, the little kid. I think it is. And Mage's Tale and the Wizards, 2 absolutely brilliant games. Eden tomorrow, I'm halfway through that. And although there's a few issues with it, the story's really good and I want to see what happened. Oh, Rage Room. That's not out in the UK yet. And I must admit, I'm glad. It looks shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's the sort of thing that when VR first come out, you could have got away with a game like that because it was all new and, you know, there wasn't much to watch it and it would have been such an experience just beating something up in a room. But 2 years on, you know, it's... you know, we've had a lot of really good games and we expect better now. That's why I think Blood and Truth, I think I think it's coming out soon and it's a game I really wanted to play and I'm just not looking forward to it. Pardon me. Because London Hoist is brilliant. Really like the London Hoist. But although that's static, because obviously every scenario in it, you're sitting still, ain't you? Or you're behind the desk, or you're in the car. You don't actually move yourself, which they did because I was worried about motion sickness. I think, well, fair enough. But now, 2 years later, they're doing a game that's got the same sort of mechanic. You know, point to point. I think people don't want that. They want to be able to move about. You know, there's so many games where you've got free movement. You're not going to get away with it. It's like Bravo Team Zero. If that had been a launch title, people would have raved over it. But by the time it come out, people, you know, you don't want to. You want like Firewall where you can move about. And as much as I really loved London Heist, I think, you know, I just don't think it's going to be... Oh, a Wrath. Oh no, this is slightly dodgy. Ha! I mean, I played a demo version of it at the games convention thing last year, EGX, and it was very underwhelming. And I was so excited when I found out it was going to be there, and I played it, and I thought, you know, you can't even move back. Like, for example, say the next point might be by that wall, and you can move forward. You can't move back. You can't. You've got no movement at all, and no. You know, developers got to realise games have improved. All the reviews I've seen of it have been really good, yeah. It's supposed to be a really good little horror game. And it's out in January. It come out, I think it was just before Halloween in the US. And the developers said, you know, it's going to be out in January in the UK. So, it's going to be out a couple of months ago. I've even messaged the developers asking if there's any news, and they didn't get back. Which is a bit of a shame. I can hear something firing down, is that me? So I've got to start me. I'll restart. I didn't mean to come down there. Right. Oh, it's you I was after, you little sod. Oh. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I've got to restart my Midnight Madness. I haven't done any of them for ages. Paper Dolls, I think I did about 3 hours of that. And they've improved the movement since I played it. So I'll have to start getting back into them. Like horror titles at midnight. Oh shit. Yeah, that's how I did Resident Evil. I think that was my first Midnight Madness, actually. That's when it started. So I really wanted to play Resident Evil. But I'd only play like 15-20 minutes. And it is, isn't it? But it's bloody scary. I was playing about 15-20 minutes and then thinking, oh, that's it, you know, I've had enough now. So I thought, after I'd started streaming games, I thought, I'll stream that, 'cause you can't stop after 20 minutes, you know. You can't turn around and say, well, I'm not going to play anymore because I'm too scared. Oh, he's gone. Oh, you bastard. Yes, I'm sure that was my first Midnight Madness, and then I did. Alright, Nerf. Yeah. Well, I've got to, because people who shall remain nameless. Shatz79. And bloody Cornerstone City. People that are supposed to be friends keep bloody getting better scores and me knocking me down the table. Oh. Now, Shatz. The early hours of this morning. Well, the early hours of this morning, UK time. Managed to finally get into the top 10, which he's been trying for a while. But it didn't just get into the top 10, got up to 5th. Absolutely brilliant run. But it just means I've got to I've got to try and catch him up now. Yeah, was it 3.4 million when it Shatz? I'll tell you, it was a lovely thing to watch. Did really well. So say it gives me, gives me something to aim for anyway. Oh, I was going to say, I think I've got everything, but obviously not, because something's firing arrows at me. Oh, I know I can, well, I know I can get over 3 million points. Well, where are you? There you are, you little bleeder. The later levels, I've got to take more care. And I've got to dodge better. And also, I need to get a hand of God. Well, I'm sure you won't enjoy it. It really is just, oh, I don't know, that's such... I can't believe anybody had the audacity to bring that out. And to charge the price they did. No. I mean, even as a, as a free demo, if I saw, oh yeah, if I saw somebody else's stream of it, I wouldn't have even bothered bloody downloading it. Oh yeah, I know. I didn't win because I didn't find any. Even the little mini games, I thought at least finish them. Finish the little those little bloody Pac-Man type puzzles. So I've got to at least finish them, but they're not even any. Even them aren't fun. Oh come on. Bloody Cupids. Right. You know, it's like, I mean, obviously, not everybody likes every sort of game. And, you know, game you might like, other people will really hate, and the game vice versa. But I'll really be surprised if anybody has any positive things to say about that. Well, that's the thing. If you think the developer reports, yeah, oh yeah, you've got to go into it, you know, and try and find some good in it, and maybe you will. You know what I mean? I'm not sure you will, but you know, you never know. I mean, I even mentioned it to. I don't know if you've watched any of the gamer tags developer reports where he has the like a question and answer thing with with developers, and that's done in Rec Room. Jimith does a set depending on which developer it is and what game they brought out, and his sets in that are way better than that game. I mean, the Dick Wild one, he even had a little shooting range in there. The one for Honour and Duty, it sort of recreated like a, you know, sort of D-Day landing type thing. Because I actually said to GT, you know, said how about getting the developers from that, getting them into the what's it? 'Cause I'd like to see the face when they realise that Jimmy's set for the talk is better than their game. But his answer was no. It's quite fun, Rec Room. It's oh, bloody hell, what am I doing here? You know, it's things like the laser tag and that. If you get a group of friends in, it's a good laugh. But say it's useful for things like that. You just, basically, you can just load up a room, meet up with friends and just chat. They're bloody hard though, ain't they? I had to go at, there's like the piratey one. And the haunted house one. I haven't actually got to the end of one yet. And you lose all your bloody, all your gold. You only get your gold if you get to the end. But you know, I mean that sounds a lot better than Miniwood. And that's free. Have ya? Alright, well, if you ever fancy having a go... Oh, come on. I'm not doing very well, I am. If you ever fancy, you know, doing it again with somebody who's liable to get killed frequently... Yeah, that'd be a laugh. Come on. Yeah, but this is like where that exploit would work, Shatz. Obviously, I've done a bit shit in Paradise Lost, down to 2 health. So if I quit back to Sanctuary now, then I'd start Paradise Lost 2 with my points would go back down to whatever they were at the start of Paradise Lost, but I'd have all my lives back. Basically, you just as if you just started it the first time. So you don't gain any extra points, but obviously, I could keep doing it until I had a decent run. If you do this level enough times, you'll end up getting here with lots of health and good arrows, and then just carry on to the next purgatory, and just any that you're doing bad on, just redo them. So I think that's how the 15 and 18 million was got. So it's just. They went from scoring, I think the one went from scoring about 2 million, 2.5 million. And then the next thing he's got 15 million. And I'm thinking, you can see how hard it gets. Come on. Sorry, Gabriel. Yeah. He was feeling left out. Well, all I can say, Nervenstein, is don't get it. I've got enough people bloody knocking me down the points ladder without somebody else joining in. Yeah, Jim, that's what I'm going to do. Everybody says that, and then they go and beat my score. And when people beat my score, the baby Jesus cries. So I hope you're satisfied, Shatz. He's sobbing his little heart out now. Right, well, it's 12:30, so I'm going to have to call it a day there. Yeah, Jimmy, what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to have a hard time getting... No, I can get through this. But I can get through Purgatory 3 on 2 points. 607,000. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm going to set up Vertigo Home on me OG and just keep that just for that game, so I can just pause it, let it go into suspended animation or whatever it's called, so I can just keep going on that game. And then I've got me pro for me In Death and the Wizard and everything else, because it's going to take a long time to catch God Cannon. That's not going to be an easy task. Yeah, there we go. Leaderboard, all time, 3,420,000. That was wicked, that was. And I'm so glad I was watching it, Shatz, when you got into the top 10. Because I know what it feels like. The first time I managed to break the top 10, I was absolutely delighted. It was great to watch you do it. And I'm really glad that I wasn't watching when you went over my score, because I would have cried. And Cornerstone number 4. And all I'll say is I will catch you up. And I will go get in front of you again. Yeah. Well, my advice now is to leave the game alone. Just ignore it. Just go away and play something else. Just for a month or two. And I'll see what I can do while you're not playing it. Nah, man, that was a brilliant run. Really good. So your hand of God, you was using that very well. So if I managed to get some... Yeah. That's the thing, learn off each other. That's a great thing. Right, well, thanks everybody for dropping in. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. I think I'm going to have an early-ish night. It's midnight, but, you know. Try and get some of my sleep. Oh, pardon me, that I didn't get last night. Thanks everybody, and I will see you soon. Have a good one. Really appreciate your company. You're all wonderful people. Take care. Try it a bit.